Hi, this is Rob Williams.
Neil Sharma.
Jamie Millman.
From the Generation X-Wing podcast, and you're listening to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. Now, here's your host, Tim McMahon.
You will go to the Dagobah system. There you will learn from Yoda, the Jedi Master who instructed me.
All right, my guest today on the show is Mr. Jason Flatt from the Holy Star Wars Podcast. Jason, thanks for coming on Less Than 12 Parsecs.
Thanks for having me. My pleasure.
So, Jason, I really enjoy your show. I feel like, and I mean this as a compliment, I feel like it's the most academic Star Wars podcast out there.
That's me.
If you can really tell, you put a lot of research into each episode. For folks who haven't heard Holy Star Wars, why don't you tell them what your show's all about?
The way I would best describe it is my goal with Holy Star Wars is to be able to take universal values that we as humans can find, such as hope or family or destiny, and we take these universal values and we find them in the fiction we love, Star Wars, and we try to find how they can apply to our real lives and be able to make them better and more full. And so each week is an episode where we do a comparative reading between a piece of Star Wars, whether that's one of the films or an episode of one of the TV shows or a comic book or a novel. We do a comparative reading of those with a different myth or legend from around the world, all different cultures everywhere throughout time and space, and we talk about them through one of those particular themes and be able to, so that we can find greater values.
I have a lot of books on my bookshelf that compare Star Wars to Christianity or Buddhism or Judaism. With your show titled Holy Star Wars, is your show a religious show?
No, I myself am a religious person. I'm Jewish, but my goal is, it's a double entendre. You know, it's about finding, you know, the kind of holy, but it's also about, like, you know, holy Star Wars, like we just discovered something we never thought we'd discover.
So it's more Robin than Pope.
Yeah, it's about both. It's a double entendre there.
All right, gotcha. Like I said, being a very academic, well-researched show, are you a student? I sort of get the vibe you are. Is this something? Am I right?
Yeah, I'm a graduate student. I actually study stuff that's completely unrelated. I was a political science undergraduate, and I study now public administration, and hope to work in the nonprofit realm. But there's connections between what we do, and if this was a longer show, we could talk about them. But I am a student, though, so yes.
Oh, so I was under the impression you were going to be the next Joseph Campbell.
Only in my part-time.
So where's this passion for this sort of topic come from then?
Well, really, back in October, I was sitting around really just frustrated about the ways the world was feeling, and I wanted to do something about it, and the best thing I came up with was, well, I can use this piece of fiction that so many people know and love and really try to find a way to use it to make our lives, like I say, you know, better and more full. And so I take, you know, my passions for Star Wars and my passions for teaching and my passions for gaining of knowledge and storytelling and really combine them all into this project that I call Holy Star Wars.
You know, in some parts of the world, Jediism has taken off as a sort of new religion. Just was out of curiosity, what are your thoughts on that sort of thing?
Well, I think that something, you know, the Force is something that is like religion. So many different ways that you can interpret it and understand it and come to it, and you know, we all come to it from different places and for different reasons. And so if that's something that people want to coalesce around, then, you know, by all means, I hope that I, through this show, can help usher you through those thoughts and be able to utilize how much, you know, you're attached to Star Wars and the Jedi ways and the Force, and be able to use it to influence our life, just like any religion is meant to.
Yeah, maybe in another 2,000 years, you know, it'll be Jediism, you know, will be the top of the list of world religions.
Maybe.
Now, you do a lot with mythology, which I loved as a kid. If I had to put you on the spot and say, hey, what's your favorite mythological character or story or anything, what would you say?
That is a tough one, because I'm a fan. This is actually something you said to me, where you said that comic books are really our modern mythology, and I actually totally agree with that and feel very similarly. But if we had to go with stuff in the past, I really like stories that come from South America. I usually think that they're super interesting.
All right, well, you mentioned comic books. What's your favorite comic book?
My favorite character has always been Spider-Man.
Oh, perfect answer. Best answer. And on that, we are out of time. Before we go, Jason, want to tell folks where they can find you online and where they can find Holy Star Wars?
You can find our website, holystarwars.net, on Twitter at holy_star_wars. You can email us at holystarwars@gmail.com. When I say us, I literally just mean myself. But and you can find me personally, Jason, at flatter_you. That's FLATTER_YOU.
Great. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
The last of the Jedi will you be?
You've been listening to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy, part of the expanded Fandomverse network of shows. For links and show notes, visit our website, 12parsecsPodcast.com. Follow Less Than 12 Parsecs on Twitter at 12parpod, on Instagram at 12parsecs_podcast, on Tumblr at 12parsecs_podcast, and find us on Facebook as well. And please let us know what you think. Email us at 12parsecs_podcast@gmail.com.
Hi, this is Rob Williams.
Neil